Okay, yeah, because the thing just repeats so many times that we can just do it a couple of times and then.
We got half a minute. Ready? Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Good morning. Everybody says good morning. Thank you. Come on in, bring your coffee, come in and sit down. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Visalia. It's lovely here, even though it's raining, but it's nice rain. I think it's beautiful today. It's too loud, definitely too loud. So welcome everybody. Looks like our regular crowd. I don't see a new person here. We had some wonderful people here yesterday. I'm going to tell you about it after our song. And now I want to introduce Reverend Christine Peña. She's back here as our guest minister today. She's going to pray us in.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our service this day. I'm so glad to be with you. My name is Reverend Christine Peña, and let's just turn within and bless this service. So how good it is to just open our hearts and feel that gratitude just flowing from us and just enveloping everyone around us and extending that vibrational tone out into the universe, knowing that right where we are, God is, that this one spirit, this one life, this one power and presence is just giving its all through everyone involved in this service today. So I'm just blessing this service with love and gratitude, knowing that all needs are met and we all hear what we need to hear. For this and so much more, I'm grateful and thankful. And I release this word in this awareness, knowing that it is so. And I rest in it saying, and so it is. Amen. The music, excuse me. So now we're going to have our wonderful music ministry sing for us. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
Check. You got a mic? Okay. All right, we're live. Here we go.
Thank you for this day, Spirit.
for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, wonderful, wonderful friends. My wonderful, wonderful, wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing 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 day.
Thank you, band. Wasn't that wonderful? This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you to Kevin and his sax, and Joey and Phil. And Hope was in the hospital the other day, high blood pressure. She's home now. She's okay. So thank you to Donna W. for filling in. And yay, Donna. And Sheila's not feeling well today, so I'm filling in for her. So we put out positive energy to all these people who aren't here today. So we only have one announcement today, so since we only have one, I thought I would start with this wonderful mindfulness exercise we learned yesterday. We had a great class, workshop, and we learned all kinds of little techniques for mindfulness. And our instructor, I gotta get her name, Meade Williams, thank you. She's a kick, and she will come and do these. She has a grant, I guess, and she's doing this for schools. She's doing it for everybody to calm everybody down, especially after the COVID, and they're not, things are still not right with so many people. So she was delightful. And one thing she started with by saying, you don't need this long meditation. New studies are showing that just quick little things can work for you. So I want to, if you're willing, I want to practice for all of you to do one with us. So first of all, she said, you just need a breath. Be sure to breathe, do one of these breaths every day. So first of all, you put both feet on the ground so you're grounded. Sit up straight, pull up your head so that you feel like you're reaching to the sky. And then you put up one finger, a good finger, and you think of something that somebody said to you that you didn't appreciate. And then you put up, I can't do this, a second finger next to it and feel the emotion you felt. Now, pull those fingers apart. Pull that feeling that you came with it, take it, pull it away and listen to it and think about it and maybe dispel it. So what she said this is you don't want to use your copier mind. In your copier mind, you put stuff in the copy and it spins out things. You use your lion's mind. And a lion, if he sees a prey or sees something, he doesn't pounce immediately. He looks around. He checks everything out. He decides what he should do. And then he acts. Anyway, it was lovely, wonderful things that she talked about. Just an hour and a half workshop. She's going to be doing several of them for us. She did bring on the back table, there's a little thing to do each day for every day of the month, and pick one up on the back table, and that could be your thought or your good thought for today. I was going to read it and I forgot what it was. Anyway, it was a wonderful workshop. We got new people in here, and it was great fun, and we'll let you know when the next one is. She's also doing a podcast every once a week, Wednesday mornings, and we'll find out how you can tune into those. So now I'm going to call up Lynn. Lynn is going to do our one announcement today, which is a very important message today, and our wonderful event.
Good morning. I'm getting so excited. So we have 2 weeks to go. I don't know if you have a slide for it, but go ahead if you do. The Body, Mind, Spirit Expo. It will be here at the center from 11 to 3 on April 6th. Mark your calendars, make sure you come. I got 2 messages this morning for 2 more sign-ups. So I'm predicting we're going to have 16 vendors, all of different modalities. So this morning, and she still hasn't signed, but I think she will, we're going to have a Qigong person. So if you're not familiar with Qigong, I know you've seen Tai Chi, people out doing these motions in the park. Well, Qigong is a version of that, only it's geared towards health and how you can improve your health by moving your qi, which is your energy, and being out in the world in a different spot energetically. So I'm putting it out there that she's definitely going to sign up. And I also signed up someone this morning. Many of you know her name is Jamie Davis. She used to come here a while back, and she's a Reiki practitioner, and she also does aromatherapy. We have an herbalist coming who you can talk to about all sorts of uses of herbal methods. We have a beekeeper coming. She actually happens to be here now. Good morning. Yay, Debbie. And she's going to tell us how important the bees are and what we can do individually and to plant in our gardens in order to help keep the bees alive. So then there's all the usual peoples. There's Reiki and, aura photography. So we all have a energy field that surrounds us all the time. And depending upon the type of energy you're surrounded with, it will show up on this particular camera that's very sensitive to that. So we'll have that. The Crystal Barn is bringing that and so many other wonderful things. I met her here Wednesday. She's there already. You can go out and get a sound bath outside and smudged if you want to. So many fabulous things are going to be happening. and I just absolutely can't wait. So I hope everybody in here attends. The admission is free. Please just come and enjoy the day. Thanks. What? Oh, Bobby. So now's time for our inclusion diversity quote for the day. Maybe I didn't say that right, but we all know what that means, and I would like to introduce Bobby to tell us what that quote is.
Thanks, Lynn. Good morning. The quote today is in honor of Women's History Month. The yearly theme for Women's History Month 2024 is women who advocate for equity, diversity, and inclusion, such as noted writer and civil rights activist Maya Angelou. And this is the quote: "Make every effort to change the things you do not like. If you cannot make a change, change the way you have been thinking. You might find a new solution." Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bobby, for the affirmation from Maya Angelou. So now is our weekly affirmation. So I'll read it through once, and then if you could repeat it after me as a group, let's do that. So our affirmation this week is, grounded in truth, I step forward into ever greater good. Grounded in truth, I step forward into ever greater good. And so now let's just turn within in this moment.
Recording in progress.
Turning in once again to that place in the heart where we just know that everything is God and it is good. I am so grateful for this opportunity to identify with this presence, which is always a presence and never an absence. As I know this for myself, I am knowing this for each and every person within the sound of my voice, whether they are following us live online, whether they are in the sanctuary right now, or whether they are watching this on replay somewhere on Facebook or YouTube. The presence of God is making itself known this day in a wonderful, wonderful way. So we just surrender to that more than, that greater good that is ours for the taking. And we relax into it this day, knowing that it is absolutely a done deal in the mind of God, and we call it forth into law, saying, and so it is. Amen. And now we've got some more yummy music. And this is Spirit is in this place. And indeed it is. Take it away.
We have come together as a family.
Good morning again. My name is Reverend Christine. That is who I am, Reverend Christine Peña. I remember now. So what a pleasure it is to be with you here this morning. I'm so glad to be here today. And today, let's speak about today. In the Christian tradition, today is Palm Sunday. So this is the beginning of the Holy Week. This coming Friday is Good Friday, which commemorates the crucifixion of Jesus the Christ. And on Sunday, the week culminates with Easter, which brings us the resurrection. So Easter, we all know about the good stuff about Easter. Easter has its traditional bunnies hopping around, bringing us eggs, and hopefully lots and lots of chocolate. So the bunnies bring us the glad tidings that spring is here, and in the metaphysical sense, it serves to remind us that all things are made anew. Spring prompts us that it's time to shake off the doldrums of winter as we resurrect the Christ presence within and spring into action with a renewed sense of purpose. The Centers for Spiritual Living theme for the month is, where's my prop? That's how we've never done it. Can you see it? That's how we've never done it. And, you know, you think about people when they're stuck in their rut and they want to say, we've always done it this way. Why should we do it someplace new? Why should we do anything new? Why should we change our patterns? But our topic this morning is new, now, and what's next. So let's break this down. I'm going to take each piece of that and break it down. So at the beginning of the year, I was here with you guys, and I talked about the setting of intentions and the nature of change. And we talked, the last time I was with you in February, we talked about stepping out of our comfort zones a little or a lot, depending on our level of courage and our willingness to take a risk. So we ask ourselves what blocks us, in spite of our best intentions, from taking those risks and creating change in our lives. Last Sunday, I've been keeping up on you guys. Last Sunday, Reverend Greta was with us, Reverend Greta Sashita, and she talked about fear as the big bad wolf. And she gave us several acronyms. Is that right? Acronyms, yes. For the word fear. And to the ones she listed, I'd like to add fear, F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. Sometimes we get so caught up in replaying old tapes in our head from the past or imagining future scenarios of things that may or may not happen in the future that we're not grounded in the present moment. Of course, we want to rush over and experience the new, but we're completely skipping and tripping over the now moment. So when we strive to make a change, or we're in the process of sussing out our intentions, it's helpful to engage in a process of inquiry. But sometimes our ever helpful and always busy monkey mind wants to cut to the chase and find the answer to whatever the question is. In this way, we can fall into the how trap, what I call the how trap. Albert Einstein said that the significant problems we face cannot be solved at the same level of thinking we were at when we created them. So, what is it about us humans and our lovable humanity? And I was actually listening to a recording of Ernest Holmes this morning, and he was giving a talk at Founders, where he used to be when he was with us in flesh. And if you've never heard him give a talk, please treat yourself. Find him on YouTube. He's both humble and very funny. And it's a YouTube rabbit hole worth falling down. There's rabbits again, so we know it's spring. He was saying, aren't we humans just the silliest things? He says, we're just the silliest things, and it just made me laugh out loud. And I agree with them. We're silly sometimes, but that's also what makes us human, lovingly human. We can't escape it. That's what we're here to be, is both human and spiritual. But what is it about us that no matter how many years we have under our belts, no matter how many classes we've taken, or how many degrees and honors we've garnered, what causes us to get so completely caught up in the question of how? Perhaps how is just the adult cousin, the precocious 3-year-old that is perpetually asking, why? The 3-year-old who, when you answer that question as best you can, will stump you again and again with, but why? How do I find my purpose in life? How do I find the time to be still when my life is so busy? How should I take action? How can I solve this problem? How? How can become a single-minded addiction of its own? We get so caught up in asking how that the answer, most likely right in front of us, will never be seen. So how do we cure the addiction to how? It's surprisingly simple. We redirect our attention. We get out of the how and into the now. We must become less interested in the scrambling energy of the question and become more interested in the stillness behind our words. When we take whatever situation or question we are working with into prayer, meditation, or quiet contemplation, we offer ourselves the luxury of slowing down that fix-it aspect of the brain that exists solely to both create and solve our problems. So I'm going to do a little switcheroo. I know our topic is set out a certain way, but I'm going to switch it around a little bit. And the suggested listed topic here is new, now, and what's next. So I'm going to suggest that before we can even get to the new, we've got to get into the now, because change, real change, involves commitment to the now. And then here's where the new comes in. Motivational speaker Tony Robbins, which a lot of you may have heard of, says, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. Committing to change means committing to the new. And as practitioners of science of mind, that's what we're here for, isn't it? That's what the new in New Thought is all about. The law of attraction explains that energy flows where attention goes. And Ernest Holmes taught that each of us has the creative power of the universe within us. This means that we can harness that power anywhere, anytime, and in any way we see fit. We're just that powerful. When we make a change, however big or small that change may seem, we disrupt the patterns of our old behavior, and that can have a ripple effect on our lives. As an example, think about the disruption that occurred not only in our individual lives, but in society during COVID. During the lockdown, one of the big things that happened was that COVID changed the face of the modern workplace. Instead of cars clogging the freeways during the morning rush hour commute, the big morning commute for some people became the commute between the bedroom and the table where the laptop is located. For some of us, this also meant casual Friday turned into Monday through Friday, and the dress code involved never having to wear anything beyond pajama bottoms from the waist down. So people I talked with during the pandemic told me this disruption in their daily routine caused a ripple effect that changed their minds about the way they work altogether and forever. Some lost or left jobs and started new careers. Some employers change their policies to include more flex time and telecommuting options, and the values and attitudes around the work-life balance shifted. But let's revisit that traditional old rush hour three-way commute for a minute. Have you ever driven to work and taken the same route you've always taken, and then at the end of the day, you drive back home on the same road again, and once you get home, you get in the door, you drop your keys, and you realize that you don't even remember the commute at all. Perhaps you were mulling over an event that happened that day at work, or something you left unfinished on your desk, or maybe your tired mind just glazed over and you don't remember what you were even thinking about on that drive at all. 2 weeks ago, and I told you, I'm checking up on you guys. 2 weeks ago, when Reverend Donna spoke, she also talked about getting out of your comfort zone. And one of the things she suggested was, as a way to make a small change, was to try a new recipe. So in the same vein, on a day when you don't have to rush right home, a small change you might want to make is to take a different route home in the evening. You might see some new scenery, check out a different neighborhood, or meet a friend at a restaurant that neither of you have been to before. Give it a try. Step out of your comfort zone. Try something new, or maybe try experiencing something routine a different way and allow yourself to be surprised. Making a small change and having it cause a ripple effect is not just a creative idea to stave off the boredom of a humdrum commute, though. The evidence for it is based in science. Neuroplasticity, I'll say that again, neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural pathways. While the brain usually does this itself in response to injury or disease, when humans focus their attention enough, we can slowly rewire these pathways ourselves. So when we take risks or make incremental changes, we create new neural pathways in our brains for the creative power of the universe to flow in, as, and through us. Isn't this wonderful? Through the cultivation of our own attention, we have the power to create our own lives. And in this way, we embrace the new and it becomes our now. When Ernest Holmes wrote the Declaration of Principles, which is on the Science of Mind website, you can go check it out, also known as What We Believe, he stated, "We believe that heaven is within us and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it." So the promise of our spiritual practice is to reveal the kingdom of heaven within ourselves as our own conscious awareness. And here's where the what's next question comes in. If we have been on the spiritual path for any significant amount of time, we're awakening in a new way to the truth that we're bigger and braver than we thought we were. We're stepping into our identity as divine humans. God's experience and expression of itself in, as, and through us. So summing up the first two statements in that very same declaration of the Science of Mind principles, Holmes says that we believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one, indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. And this one manifests itself in and through all creation. And the manifest universe is the body of God. So we believe in the individualization, let me say that word again, individualization, there we go, of the spirit within us, and that all people are individualizations of the one spirit. In other words, we are like drops in the ocean of devotion that is God. And as we reveal the kingdom of heaven within, it can and must reveal itself as that which we see, feel, and experience, as this thing we perceive. We perceive it as the world. As above, so below. As within, so without. There's no separation, no otherness. So what's next is revealing the kingdom of heaven here on earth, right here and right now. So what do we want to see in the world? And who do we want to be in it? As we recognize who we are in spirit, we let the old ways of being and our false beliefs about ourselves fall away. We stand in our power, which is source energy. I'd also like to suggest that we use that power not only to create our own lives, our own reality, but we take it one step farther and own that we have the power to change this thing we call the world. American anthropologist Margaret Mead once said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." So March, which came in like a lion and leaves us like the Easter lambs, is also Women's History Month. And to illustrate the idea that each one of us can make a difference, and whether we think it's big or small, it matters not. Remember that there is no big or small in the mind of God. I'm going to list for you several women who each in their own way and in their respective fields made a difference in the world. And if you don't recognize any of these names, please look them up. Most of them I think you'll know. This one will be very familiar as I mentioned her last month, Rosa Parks. So Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her bus seat sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, and she spearheaded civil rights movement by simply refusing to move. She could not be moved. Greta Thunberg, who began protesting the lack of action on climate change policy in front of Swedish parliament. She did this at age 15. Malala Yousafzai, Malala Yousafzai. She began fighting for girls' rights to education in Pakistan at just 11 years old. 6 years later, she became the world's youngest Nobel Peace Prize recipient. And the list goes on and on. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a little woman we call Oprah Winfrey. Some of you may know her. Lucille Ball, Sally Ride, Maya Angelou, who was our diversity quote this morning. The list goes on and on. So, my invitation to you this morning is to let go of the how, step into the now, embrace the new, and ask the spirit within to reveal what's next. What's mine to do this day, in this moment? What is the next step? To slightly paraphrase a quote by Martin Luther King, take the next step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the next step. So with that, I just ask us to close our eyes and turn within. And just be with the world that's inside your heart in this moment. The world that you are, the world that I am, the world that we are as one. And say a little blessing and send it out. Just knowing peace, harmony, wholeness, compassion. for this thing we call the world. As we change ourselves, we change the world. That's the promise of this teaching. Thank you. And now, oh, more music, pure imagination. I think this is from Willy Wonka, if I'm not mistaken. Take it away.
Check. There is no come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in a world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. You will find in your mind there's a world of endless fascination. No more fun place to be than in your imagination. You can dream any dream. You can savor every situation. Life in there. Situation. If you want to see magic land, close your eyes and you will see one. And wanna be a dreamer, be one. Anytime you please, but please save me one. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
So see, I was right. It is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And do you sense a theme here? Chocolate, Easter, spring, bunnies. Great minds think alike, one mind. All righty, so now it is time for our conscious giving time. So as you hold your giving, your tithe, your gift, your offering, hold it over your heart, and let me just read our conscious giving affirmation. Divine energy expresses through me, multiplying all that I have, all that I give, and all that I am. I am grateful for all the good in my life and in the variety of ways it manifests in my life. Thank you, Spirit. So it's so fun. I get to see you all on camera here. Smile, wave. So how good it is to just turn within again. What a wonderful service this has been. And how grateful I am for these gifts, tithes, and offerings that we give from our heart, knowing that everything that we do, everything that we offer up, whether it's time, talent, or treasure, we offer it up from our heart, knowing that it is pressed down, multiplied, that it returns back to us thousands of fold. Yes, that's what I'm claiming for us this day. So how grateful I am for this opportunity to speak this word, to know this truth, and to be infused with the gratitude that comes from giving, knowing in faith that we are always receiving one and the same activity. For this and so much more, I give thanks. I release this word and this awareness, knowing that it is so. And I simply rest in it, saying, and so it is. Amen. Now we have the peace song. So everybody gather around. I'm going to watch you again on my little camera here. Wave to me. Okay. So how good it has been to be with you here this day. How grateful I am for the power and the presence, the love, the peace, the harmony, the joy that is in each individual in the sanctuary, online, wherever you are. God is as you. So I bless this day. I bless everything that happens and unfolds, everything that we do, everything that's in front of us. I know that each and every person within the sound of my voice carries this candle out into the world, spreads the peace, spreads the love, spreads the prosperity. For this and so much more, I am so grateful. We release this word to the law, knowing it is already done. And so it is. Thank you.